Hi, it's Carol Ebert, nurse and wellness practitioner, joining you today with our Coffee Talk Live. And we are helping nurses who are facing retirement. And I've been answering questions from nurses who are interested in finding out some of the details of what retirement is all about when they retire. So I do have a question today that came in from a nurse. And interesting about money, she is concerned that she will not have enough money in retirement to live the kind of life that she has been living or wants to live. And she's not sure what to do about that. So how interesting. And of course, money is on a lot of our minds today because things are so unsure, uncertain. And so I'm going to just give you a little insight from my money story and retirement. I left my job because of the frustration of the system and the stress, and it just, I didn't fit there anymore. So I left early. I think I was like 58. And I thought, well, how am I going to survive on money? So I went to the HR department and they said, well, you can qualify to use your retirement income, that's been here set aside for you. And you can start at 55, so you've already passed 55, so you can start drawing from that. And I thought that was a blessing because that gave me a cushion anyway as I was leaving. But then I needed to find some real money coming in, right? And I didn't know, I thought, well, I'll just go out into the real world and look for a job. And clearly, when you have gray hair, there is this thing called age discrimination. And I might have been super qualified for any of the jobs I applied for, but sorry, I could tell, too old. So I collaborated with other people that I know in wellness. That's my industry as a nurse. And they were also in the same kind of situation where they wanted to be free and do their own thing like I did. And so we collaborated and came together as a community. And so we could support each other in this new adventure that we were embarking on. And so I did discover how to do that. I did discover a business that I could become a part of that gave me my total independence, but it was also an opportunity to stay with wellness, and it was an opportunity to still help people get healthy because I had products that actually worked for that. And so it was part of this idea of how do we do this? And we have to find a business that meets these needs, and we found it. So that was great, and that has grown, and that has been income, and I really love doing it. Because, the products, by the way, get ordered every month because they're good for you the rest of your life, and pretty soon that builds into an ongoing income stream. So I had found what I was looking for, and it brought me joy, and I was looking for that too, right? So that's my money story. But some of the tips though that I want to give you from my money story is the number one: don't start using your retirement funds to live on day by day. That wasn't smart because that money is now gone. So I don't really have a retirement account for me to draw from. So I had bled that dry. So don't do that. Tip. Secondly, though, is I see that in retirement, because I feel like I would like to leave a legacy before I leave this planet. I would like to leave some money to either my heirs or organizations that I support. I would like to be able to do that. But as a nurse, I never was able to build up any kind of an account that would serve me to do that. And so, yes, there are accounts that you have perhaps in your, with your job, but it's really never enough. I know that now, is that when we want to replace our income in retirement so that we can live the way we always have and want to, that may not be enough money for you. And so that's how I view it, is what a great opportunity in our retirement years is to start growing some wealth. Why not? Instead of just drawing down, what about building up, creating wealth, finding a way to generate income that pleases you, that you love doing, but it's also going to give you that income. And so that is what I have right now. And I thought to myself, this is a really beautiful time in your retirement years to think about that and maybe embark on some kind of a wealth building opportunity. Because I know the giving side of me, I want to be able to give back once I leave to somebody or something so that I can support whatever that will happen for them, that they want or that they need even. And so I see this retirement years as not like, okay, kick back, sit on a porch, read a book. That's fine, but I can't do that because I'm a doer and I love to do and help and serve. So I put that in front of you because you may be that kind of person that is like, okay, that was a lovely 2 years of retirement, but boy, I wanted to do something. And so maybe this is something you want to think about. What I learned in this journey with money and me is there's ways to make money that don't really benefit you in the long run. Like, for instance, and I learned this from Robert Kiyosaki, who's a financial wizard, and he talks about these 4 different quadrants of how to earn money. And the first one is that we get a job, we get a paycheck, but you know what? You never get rich. I don't know if you're going to be rich in retirement as a nurse, but I sure wasn't. So being an employee doesn't really help you build wealth, okay? So another quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki's is the solo independent person who does their own work, their own business, but all by themselves, which is a dream. We love that. But what happens when you do that and you get sick? And then where's the money? Because you're the only reason the money comes in, the work, the hours that you're putting in. So that isn't going to build wealth. The third way of building wealth is obviously you can put your money in investments, but with the stock market how it is, well, we can't even rely on that, can we, to grow wealth? So, but then the fourth way, which is what I adopted, is that and I actually did this first, I bought rental properties. I learned from Robert Kiyosaki. And when you have rental properties, you've got rent coming in every month, over and over and over and over and over. And if you have enough of that, you have a steady income stream until you sell the rentals. And so that is smart, because that can build wealth. And it can also give you steady income, which is what you're looking for, right, in retirement. And then the other one that I adopted, this one comes from network marketing, which means you are independent, but you have something you're selling. For me, it's always things to help your health. But the things like to help your health are things that you're not just going to, like, it's supplements and vitamins and all kinds of things that our constitution needs. And you don't just take it for a month and then stop. It's a lifelong effort to every month, I need my vitamins, right? So in time, you're a reorderer, and so there's income coming every month. And the more people you're helping get healthier, the more income is building for you. And so that was the message that I learned from Robert Kiyosaki, is he literally says, find a network marketing company that you can align with for 5 years, and you will learn everything there is about generating wealth. And I thought, wow. And I didn't know that. We don't know that because we've been working for bosses. So anyway, So here's how I'm framing this for you is in your retirement years, why not embark on something that gives you pleasure, that meets your needs, that is your values, but it also has attached to it a way that you can earn ongoing income over and over and over. And then not only are you generating the money that you need to live the life you want, but you're also helping others. For me, again, I still get to help people get healthier, and I see the results in them, and they're thrilled. I'm thrilled. Everybody's happy. So think about that in your retirement years when it comes to money. If you are leaving your job and now all you have is that retirement lump, and yet you really want something to do that's productive and meets your need to help, and it also generates money, why not learn about that? And it's a new beginning for you. And you've got 20, 30 years left to do these things. So I'm just excited to share that with you because it really has worked for me. And it was a journey. I trial and error all along the path of the money thing. But I really found a way that I could serve and still earn at the same time. So I want you to think about that. I think it could help, especially the nurse who's struggling with what do I do for income in my retirement when I don't have enough. Okay? So I want to give you a gift. I mentioned I would say, there's a gift for you on my website, carolebert.com. If you go there on the top menu, there's a button for retiring nurses, and there's definitely a gift in there for you. And I'm hoping that will help you kind of sort some things out too for yourself when it comes to retirement. So I hope this was useful for you. Believe me, this information is power, and go for it. Really dive in and see what do you want to do in retirement, and how can you also connect that with a way to make some money. Why not, right? It's all fun. So thanks for joining me today. And always check back. I'm always here for you. Send me the questions you have on retirement. I want to answer them for you. Okay, we'll see you next time.